Okay. Our beloved Creator is worthy to be praised. He is the greatest. I call upon our beloved Creator of heaven and earth and all that is in between to give me clear, concise, divine guidance that serves His highest good. It is so. We are now vibrating at the frequency of absolute conscious awareness. It is so. Okay. Our beloved Creator, thank you for getting us out of madness. Our Creator got us out of these things. These are spirits of like the devil, right? And in the month of August, or the 8th gate portal, this is when they perform these rituals annually. They've been doing it for at least 5 centuries, and they have entrapped everyone. But now you have some liberation. I'm working out the details because our beloved Creator, I see what He does, and we do things together, right? You should be feeling like something lifted off you. Because sometime this morning or last night we got the big one. And that's fascinating, but I'll tell you the story after I complete the painting. However, not you need to, if you believe in our beloved Creator, you have many reasons to be grateful. Because this is the height of hatred and spite, and it's just the unthinkable. And all the people performing these rituals and things, they look like decent people, but they are not decent. They're not even human. They carry these spirits, and this is what they were using on humanity. However, they are now here in a can of worms / House of Horrors / Hotel California / Council. Forever. Alright? But you are here. Our beloved Creator brought you here before this great battle. That's why divine timing is so beautiful. Because I would have thought it will just be a once-off and this and that and this and that. But there were stages and phases to this liberation. And I got to see it and be part of it, and many, 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 many great things. Our beloved Creator, thank you that you are here with us now. And that you show us what we need to see. But I'm extremely grateful for saving us from House of Horrors. But now these motherfuckers live with us. Forever, ever. Proposal? Oh, I wonder. I don't even know what to say about this, because my mind is so deep, because I had to battle every single day. But the victory is ours. Golden portal is sovereign over the age of Aquarius, right? That's not if battle maybe that really happened. It's hell for some people, and it's heaven for the divine brotherhood of man who was subjected to this. I'm grateful now that I'm appreciating my perfect health. If you feel sick, you're in 7th heaven in the 11th dimension, right? Which means you're with our beloved Creator. So you just pray or affirm this if you're feeling ill, and His healing energy will flow to you and through you. This is faith in action. This is really that life where the mind controls the body. Here they told you whole day how sick you are, how many tablets you need, and all the other possibilities, because they had to keep you drugged out or dependent or something, right? But here, our beloved Creator gives you the gift of perfect health. So remember, the mind controls the body. That's what they were trying to tell you. Everything. So your pain is so real because your mind convinced your body, because they play that advert all the time until you agree. So those are the chains or types of chains you are now free from. So this is even like the overall health of the children of the Most High, the gods and goddesses. This level of cosmic divine knowledge requires a lot of analysis, because for all my years I didn't realize these things are so. Make a wish. So if you're feeling under the weather, you have the ability to heal yourself. It's just your design. You are wonderfully made. Now they told you you're not wonderfully made because they're not made like you. They said they are chosen, but they are worms and serpents and dragons and fish, and they're different. And their mindset is completely upside down. This is what I'm talking about. This is you. You are the divine. Our beloved Creator is the supreme divine, and you are the children of the divine. They messed around with your spirit when they were dealing with these dark spirits, but they couldn't break your soul. Our beloved Creator came to get you out of these pits of serpents, and it's like being trapped in one thing that's trapped in another thing that's trapped in another thing, like layers of trappedness. But we got the one with the tail and the horns. So you survived. The ancestors survived. And so we always were, we always are, and we always will be, because our beloved Creator loves his descendants, whereas they're the opposite of what love is. You know what was so interesting about this last one? We were after those, but I don't feel they're so necessary, because that was the main one. Is that that one also had the face of our beloved Creator. Anyway, this is you. So that one got destroyed, but not our Creator. So I'm thinking like our beloved Creator is all that is not. Here He is supreme. This would be in the absolute conscious awareness. Here He would still be supreme, but things will be the opposite of Him. Something like that. To understand divine knowledge, you really have to bend and flip and stretch and compress your thinking. It can get quite intricate and all that. Our beloved Creator is proud of you. Proud of you. Because you're free now, and I feel you are appreciating the fact that you've lived through the worst and you can still have a good heart and a smile on your face, kindness for others. Because that is who you are. You are pure spirit. See, you're pure spirit, this white sparkly stuff. They are dark spirits over there. One thing I must say about them, when they're winning, they want attention on them, and when they're losing, then they want attention on them. They're like a fucking bunch of bitches. Bitches be crying. But that is not our problem, right? Our beloved Creator, thank you for saving us from like terrible things. Life really does serve us now. Truly, these things look like just pictures, right? But it represents our beloved Creator saving us, pulling us out of like layers and layers and layers. It's like we were so, like, as though one spirit consumes the other one, consumes the other one. So we come from a very dark, dark place. But now what happened is we ascended, right? You went into seventh heaven in the, not yet the seventh dimension. And we were separated from these spirits. So it's not as though you are together. But for some reason, this must still be completed. That's why this battle took place, because this is what they were doing annually. When they chant and make hocus pocus, then I can see what it is. So you have divine protection. No weapon formed against you can prosper, because life really does serve us now. And they couldn't break your spirit. This is how great you are. You went through all this madness and you're still here. And now what do you need? You need a little PTSD therapy, because this was mind fuckery me. It was just savagery and barbarianism. Right? So we need to heal our consciousness, everything. Seems we must discuss our healing with our beloved Creator, because it's your recovery time, your remembrance, your reminding. This would be your reminding now, because you've just been through hell for like 5 centuries, or maybe 20, 25. My beloved Creator, thank you for saving us from this nasty motherfuckers. The old me couldn't comprehend such a reality. However, our beloved Creator is almighty. So that makes us mighty, because He is almighty. Life really does serve us now. You're going to get something you want, something that's important for you. Your wish is coming through. Some proposal that our beloved Creator downloaded or gifted you. He gifted you something, and you're going to do something great with it. So that's awesome. Our beloved Creator, you're so amazing, you're so stunning. Thank you for loving us so much. And eventually we will understand fully why this had to be so, right? But for now, we just need to recover from it, because now they're playing the victim. But they're playing the victim, but that is their problem. No mercy for the wicked. Because this is what you need. They've been so abusive. They were so extreme in this, because these are the spirits of arrogance, pride, fraud, corruption, adultery, theft, murder, pedophilia, shame, guilt, all that stuff. But that's a no. This is the spirit, because pure spirit is peaceful, it is loving, it is kind, it is compassionate, it has self-control, it is gratitude and grace and all that lovely stuff. It sounds very different. So they only wanted comfort for themselves. But when you only take care of yourself and not your environment, comfort can never be your portion. Because comfort is on a whole nother level. It exceeds extreme wealth or extreme poverty. Mr. Right, our beloved Creator is Mr. Right. You see, comfort is when it's just right. This is the card that I've been meaning to change to just right for so long. However, it's just right. Think of the 3 bears. It's like you're going to experience satisfaction, your wish is coming true. So that's great. Our beloved Creator, I feel like in Wonderland, everything's just going to go our way now. Because here we come from limitation and here we come from unlimited. That's how the cosmos is balanced. Before it was balanced where light and dark were together, right? But now it's balanced in the sense of light and dark, where they're separate, not intertwined. That separation separates the sheep from the wolves and the wheat from the weed. That level. Wow. Again, this man stole the throne from Queen Mary the First, and then the Elizabethan era began. And this is how they brought, that's why it's for about 500 years. Because that's how they brought these things into play. They raided the planet and they stole the artifacts and they made the Hadron Collider and they went and said hocus pocus, abracadabra, stuff like that. And that's why I said earlier on, in time we'll get greater understanding of how, why, what. So it was greed and power that you're after, because when you reach like the crown of Shiva, then the world is your oyster. And then you can either operate like they did, like from uh, the position of power or from a position of authority. The one is self absorbed and the other is serving. Because we're here to gather knowledge, to pray and meditate, and to serve. But they're the opposite of that. They're here to steal knowledge, to chant and make hocus pocus, and then to serve themselves. That's the distinction now between light and dark, no longer intertwined. This would be the sheep, and this is the wolves, the wheat, the wheat. It's clear as day. Our beloved Creator, you, everything done in the dark is brought to the light. Wow, seems like you're going to get married or something because of this here. Or maybe work. Maybe some work engagement that is going to get you something that you wished for. I would say it's a work thing. So yeah, so where's that now? Engagement and this and this. How does it go together now? I'm at a loss for words. Um, this had nothing to. Their practices had nothing to do with our beloved creators. Our beloved creator is engaging and he shares his spirit with you, and this is the opposite of that. This was all about making one person great, resurrecting Peter every year. That's what Queen Elizabeth II said, I'll see you soon, because she knew they'd do that resurrection and stuff. But our beloved creator showed me that in September, and I have the selfie because she gave that crown to me. And that's how I found out about this. Because I'm like, why? Why would that happen? And I found out what happened to Queen Mary the First, how they did the resurrection of Peter, how they put these spells on the people. So our beloved Creator is brilliant because in divine timing He makes it clear what we were actually facing. But this was done in the dark. So only those who knew the elite, whatever the Illuminatis, right? Whatever they call themselves. But now they're trapped in these things. That's their portion. How they sowed it is how they reaped it. But as for you, sunshine and roses, um, our beloved Creator, thank you for giving us clarity on things that otherwise we would not know. Thank you for giving us clarity This is light and dark and the ability to discern between the two. And when divine knowledge was complete, when everything about light and dark was known on the material plane, we ascended for the first time. And that was actually the first separation because I saw a blue planet where Earth was something, something, right? And that is actually Hotel California because our creator showed me again this year and I painted the thing and everything is connected. So this seems like it's a long time story now that has come to an end. Alright? So we understand what happened to us, the role we played, and where we are now. And I started off saying, just be grateful to our Creator because He's been doing amazing things that that exceeds our present level of consciousness. We need to study it, think about it, process it, and say, okay, wow, who knew? Challenges what is true. Light and dark, divine knowledge. Uh, they changed every script, right, to mislead you, and then they use like the thing, then they get the power. Right, for example, the third eye is blue, and that's how you can work out what the colors are of the other chakras. But they said the throat is blue because they were doing third eye blue, and this is how they excluded you. So you now have divine knowledge, right? And you have a creator. And when you're uncertain, you just say, my creator, show me, is this true? Give me evidence, and you'll start to you do something because, like, we tap into the mind of our creator, and we just have to tell our brain, remind me this, get me this info like that. Just like the mind controls the body, the mind also controls the brain in which information we can access. So you can command it to go get that information for you, and then you will see that that information will just appear as though magically. Now you know in your own life many times you just think a thing, then it happens. You feel a thing. It's this. Wow, this is in your conscious mind. So we have knowledge of light and dark, and we have knowledge of heaven and hell, and the fine balance between the two, because you need absolute understanding of this. Now they are power hungry, but we have authority, which is knowing which power to use and when and whether or not to use it. Whereas these buffoons just went on a fucking reptile, serpent, psycho, satanic golden age. See? What I've observed about divine gifts and talents and powers and this and that is that when the wrong person puts the crown on their head, they get the adverse effect of that. And when the crown is put on the right head, because you can't take a crown and go put it on your head, that is like savage. It gets given to you by the cosmos, right? Whole ceremony and all those things which we would think is imagination and supper, it doesn't work like that. Moral of the story is that these gifts, when usurped, is negative, but when given, then it is positive. So anyone trying to steal your divine gifts or your destiny will get the worst of it. The end is inevitable. But when it is restored to you, because it's being restored to you under these conditions, seventh heaven in the 11th dimension, post third ascension, post this, that. Now you will get the best of yourself. So our Creator waited until He took out the trash because they would have ruined it for us. They can't help it, it's just who they are. They have worms for brains. So that's the extent of their consciousness. They thought power was the ultimate, but we know that our beloved Creator and authority is like up there, because He is infinite, so there's probably something more than that. Our beloved Creator, what is in our subconscious mind? Subconscious mind is being with like-minded people who also share this level of conscious awareness, who don't just assume they know everything. They will discuss, is this true? Can it be? Brainstorm, get various possibilities. Because here it is done in a good spirit, because everyone is sharing the same goal. But here it's just done so that one can look bright and the others look stupid. You see the difference between. So our beloved Creator is our friend, right? He teaches us how to be a friend. We must be loving, respectful, have integrity, be trustworthy, and be disciplined. Like if we must keep our promises, etc. So the basis of your belonging to is being established in the right way on those pillars, because then there is longevity. Whereas here it was who can control who can make a servant of who can say the better, who can say the worst. No? In the recent past, it was a lot for you to take in, right? You had to weigh the pros and cons, because now you see reality in a whole new way. They said our Creator is coming tomorrow, meanwhile he was always here, right? So now you review your life. And part of thinking about your life is evaluating your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, your financial health, your relationship health, everything. And you don't have to feel guilty with our beloved Creator as you think about the light and the dark you experience. The dark looks so beautiful, like it's so lit up and stuff, but that was the irony, you know. They look the part, but they're hollow on the inside. Uh, what you can expect, you're excited, and your your uh, your zest for life has been renewed, because these were heavy burdens. That's why if you do the reflection, you'll notice how much was taken off from you, because these spirits were like all over you now. But now they're thrown into FU forever, ever, ever, ever. One way ticket. They can check out anytime they like, but they may never leave. The way you're feeling, I was speaking about your divine gifts you here now, right? In our Creator's presence now, you can heal yourself. You can wish for perfect health, right? Our Creator's proud of you. You came out of the pits of hell, but you are still intact, because He really saved you. And He saved your harvest. First, He took out the trash, then brought your harvest. So now you can expect to be operating in your divinity. Right? You can create a comfortable life for yourself and others. You'll never want too much, and you'll never have too little. And when you have, you'll look up and see who else needs. So it's the flip, it's the right side up now. This was upside down. Around you, enlightenment. And the truth is setting you free, because now you understand light and dark, right? The truth is you're still a bit skeptical, etc., because the proof is in the pudding, and you're finding the balance to understand the cosmos and your role in it, and whose you are and whose you are not, and what you were subjected to, and where you are now. And it's bringing out hopefulness for you. So I think happiness is contagious. There's going to be this ripple effect of happiness across the planet. And yesterday I said, or I asked or suggested, that we all send golden light to our beloved planet, especially this last week of the 8-8 portal, and then this battle with this thing with the tail. that looks like our Creator, but it's nothing. These last 7 days are important, but the victory is already ours. Uh, this is what you're hoping for, to master yourself, to master divine knowledge of light and dark, to master your dichotomy, knowing what you should act on, knowing which divine gifts you have and how to use them. And most importantly, our Creator want you to know that they could have fucked you around a little bit, but you're still intact. You always were, you always are, and you always will be. It's just now we move forward without these motherfuckers. Beloved Creator, I love you so much. I love you even more now since I've got to see the things I see. And, outcome, you're just doing the right thing. You now become a moral person. And without the burden of, hey, you must do this or you're going to hell or that. You were, you were in hell. This was hell for humanity. That's why our Creator needed to save us from something. But not hell in the sense of like, it was part of the gestation of the earth, because this is where gods and goddesses are born. The light in the dark and this and that and that. And when we ascended, because we were in the fifth dimension saying we are now vibrating at the frequency of absolute conscious awareness. Then we went 5, 6, 7. 5 being the mind of God, 6 being man. You became God and God became man. It was that union. And it happened here this is the 7th heaven here where there's the earth. We went up there like that, right? So now it's easy to do the right thing, man. It's easy to be yourself. They said right was wrong and wrong was right. So you couldn't be yourself. Now you see, it's so liberating to be sensible. But they needed to feel like the smartest one in the room. So you had to act stupid. But now they live with it forever. But you are free to be the grandest version of the grandest vision our beloved Creator ever held of you. It's a choice. Thank you, our beloved Creator, for this cosmic update, this good news, this and that and that and this. We love you and appreciate you, and we thank you for loving us and saving us from spells and rituals and altars, and for defeating everyone that was involved in this hocus pocus. Thank you for throwing them into House of Horrors / Can of Worms / Hotel California / Council. Our beloved Creator, you are worthy to be praised. You are the greatest. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Namaste. Thank you for watching.